love me. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
What's going on, guys? Onyx here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest topics in modern warfare right now, campaign wise, and that is Alex Simon Ghost Riley? So I'm going to be debunking that and bringing out all the evidence, so just stay tuned and tell me what you think. So the first thing that we have to take out of the way in this video is that Modern Warfare 2019 is a reboot of the previous Modern Warfare games. They're not the same universe, they're not in the same timeline, they take place in completely different universes. We know that because in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 19, it says it takes place in 2019. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare takes place in 2007 and 2008. What this means is that the timeline is literally impossible to add up completely. Considering Captain Price is only 36 during the events of Modern Warfare 2019. That's right, I did my research. I know what I'm talking about, boys. Now, the whole theory of Alex from the CIA being Simon Ghost Riley begins at the very end of Modern Warfare 2019 with a discussion between Kate Laswell and Captain Price. The main point of the discussion is that Captain Price wanting to put together a task force of basically super soldiers that he knows to take care of things when it gets bad because they're basically the best of the best at what they do. The task force includes Captain Price, Gaz, Salt McTavish, and Simon Ghost Riley. But when he talks about ghosts, it gets a little secretive.
There he is. Simon Riley.
There's no picture.
Never. Not a rest.
So now the question is, why do I think that Alex is Ghost? What it comes down to is the last mission of the game. In the mission, you're storming a gas facility owned by Roman Barkov. The plan is to blow up the facility and kill Barkov, as we do in every Modern Warfare when we end up killing the bad guy, like every Call of Duty game. But while attacking it, you run into a juggernaut that ends up destroying the detonator for the bombs you're using to blow up the facility. So when they eventually get to the point where they have to set the bombs and detonate them, this discussion happens between Alex and Farah.
Clear! What happened?
Detonator's fucked.
It's dead. I'll go in there.
And do what?
Ignite the furnace.
You'll never get away in time.
I know what I'm doing.
Farah, listen to me.
No, you listen to me. Because of this poison, my people have known something worse than war. I did not come this far to turn back.
I'm not asking you to turn back. I'm asking you to give me the order.
I won't do that.
Commander, please.
I am not your CO.
Then who is? Because someone needs to light this fire and someone needs to kill Barkov. And you can't do both. I've been an assignment my whole life. This is what I believe in. Give me the order.
You are a freedom fighter, Alex.
You're a born leader, Farah. Say the word.
Go.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck.
And just like that, Alex sacrificed himself to destroy the facility and complete the mission. Fast forward to after Farah kills Roman Barkov, and we get to see the final scene with Alex.
Charges set? Affirmative, sir.
Alex,
I'm not getting out of here. Let's do this.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All clear, Captain.
Roger. All stations on my mark. 3, 2, 1.
And just like that, Alex is dead. No grieving, nobody's upset, no one's complaining, no one's having a funeral. It's a very odd death scene for a Call of Duty game. Considering normally every time a main character dies in Call of Duty, It's a very upsetting and big thing. Like, look back to Modern Warfare 2 when Ghost actually did die. It was one of the saddest character deaths in Call of Duty history.
Good. That's one less loose end.
So this mystery around Alex's death is what gave me the idea that he might be Ghost. On top of that, not showing the picture to Kate Laswell makes me think that something's going on here. As we know, Ghost's real name is Simon Riley. However, we do not know Alex's real name. Whenever we spawn in as Alex, in the bottom left it just says Alex, in quotation marks, nothing else. He uses Alex as a code name to cover up his former background. Now in the last mission of the campaign, with that speech he has with Farah, we find out that Alex is extremely frustrated with the CIA. He never gets to make his own decisions, and this is the only one he actually gets to.
I've been an assignment my whole life. This is what I believe in. Give me the order.
And the theory behind this is by faking his death, he can now do what he wants. He can make his own decisions, fight his own battles, and become essentially a ghost. Now there is actually a little bit of foreshadowing to this in an earlier mission in the campaign.
Tell me a joke.
What happens when the CIA goes to sleep?
What?
They go undercover.
Not bad.
Probably better in English.
You told it in English.
So there's a lot to that. First of all, what happens to a CIA agent when he goes to sleep? He goes undercover. That is exactly what he would be doing at the very end of the campaign, faking his death and going undercover. Also, the part where he says probably sounds better in English is a very weird comment considering he literally just said it in English. And even Farah points that out. But the thing you have to remember is thinking back to Modern Warfare 2, Ghost was English. He literally had an English accent. That's probably why he said better in English. And that fact brings us to the biggest point to why people are arguing, saying that no, Alex is not Ghost. Alex works for the CIA, Ghost worked for the SAS, and had a British accent. It does not fit from one game to another. Well, first of all, to address that, this game has made many changes. For example, Kyle Garrick, hello, has gone through the reverse Michael Jackson, if I will call it that, where he was white and now he's black. So, simple nationality change wouldn't be that big of a deal. But here's the thing. One big complaint that I've seen a lot, and it's that the backstory of Alex does not match the backstory of Ghost. And when people say that, they're just simply wrong. Alex and Ghost almost have identical backstories. And we have to understand that this is a backstory. This is back before Modern Warfare 2 came out. There were actually 6 different comics released about Simon Riley, or Ghost, explaining his origin story. And I'm going to go through these as quickly as possible, pointing out all the parallel points between Alex and Ghost and these stories to explain to you how similar they actually are. So on the 3rd page of the first comic, we find out that Simon Riley, yes, is working for the SAS. But guess what? He has just been enlisted by the United States Army to go on a mission underneath the CIA to capture a drug dealer. So, in Ghost Comics, Simon Riley was working for the CIA. Now, when we actually look at Alex in Modern Warfare 2019, we find out that he has joined the Special Activities Division within the CIA. And what that means is that he cannot have any contact with the outside world. No contact with his family, none with his friends. He has to sever all ties. And when I first heard that, I thought that was pretty damn sad. But what if he can't see his family? What if he can't see his friends? What if he doesn't have a home life? What if all his family is gone? Dead? There's actually another character that has the exact same thing going on, and it's Ghost. In Ghost Comics, we find out that the bad guy within the comics killed his entire family, siblings, mother, father, everyone. Ghost has no one. What if that's why Alex joined the Special Activities Division? Because the bad guy has killed his entire family. Now it goes way further than this. Because as we find out what actually happens in the comics, is he gets framed for his family's death and is wanted by the military. What he ends up doing at the very end of the comics is to find out who killed his family, kill them, and then, ready for this one, blowing up the building and faking his death, and then becoming a ghost. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Alex gets disavowed by the CIA when he decides to go rogue and fight alongside Farah.
Command has officially redesignated Farah's forces.
You want to translate that from bullshit to English?
It means they're on the list.
What list?
Foreign terror organization list. I've ordered my Marines to treat Farah's army as hostiles.
What? They're our allies.
Yeah, not anymore.
Will you keep your Muppets on a short string, Colonel?
Or what?
I'll fucking earn you from it.
Kate, these people need our support.
There's nothing else we can do.
Well, there's plenty we can do.
I'm tired of being told who my friends are.
Alex, don't.
I'm going back to Urzikstan, staying with Farah's army.
What you're doing is illegal.
I'm pretty sure everything we do is illegal.
Only the good stuff.
Then he fakes his death at the very end by blowing up a building and then becoming a ghost, because there's nothing left of him behind. Literally the exact same thing as the comic. There are a couple of weird coincidences as well. Like, at the end conversation with Kate Laswell and Captain Price, he tells us that he's putting together a Task Force 141.
Task Force.
141.
The weird part about this is that throughout the entire campaign, Alex is already wearing a Task Force 141 logo. It's a little bit different, but it has the exact same bones as the original Task Force 141 logo. The sword with the skull and then the wings coming out the back. Literally exactly the same. On top of that, at the very end of the campaign, they show you this picture of the characters from the game. Alex is wearing a headset, which he hasn't worn all game. Does it look familiar? Yeah, this is the exact same iconic headset that Ghost is literally always wearing in Modern Warfare 2. Always wearing it. To me, there are just so many crossovers between these two characters. Task Force 141, the headset, the backstory is lining up so damn perfectly. The fact that both characters fake their deaths with an explosion to get away from the military is just too similar between the characters. So, in this case, I think Alex is absolutely 100% Ghost. At least in my opinion. This is all the evidence I have that Alex is Ghost. And at this point, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Onyx, out.